And also in the women's race, Catherine Jameson has passed 1.5 kilometer, and Michelle Westerby also has passed the 1.5 kilometer timing point. And Michelle has gained time on Catherine, so that's going to be interesting. She's 1:39 behind now, and she had 2:05 when they entered transition. So she's made up 25 seconds in the first 1.5 kilometers, and that's definitely on track to catch Catherine Jameson. And we'll see whether that happens or when that happens. It should be maybe after the first lap if she keeps it up. And that's going to be another interesting development to follow. So if any of you want to join down in the expo and see some of our people exhibiting down there, or checking out the Family Lounge, Challenge Family Lounge, or some of the other great partners, you're welcome to come down there. But of course, there's a lot of action on the course now, which is really good. You can see the athletes both in here along the transition, but also on the perimeter of the area here. They're running around when they finished about 5 kilometers of the run. They're coming around the perimeter of the area. So we're going to have athletes here all day. There's about 1,500 athletes in total, competing on 2 distances. The half distance, 1.9 kilometer swim, 90K bike ride, and a 21.1 kilometer run. And then there's athletes on the full distance, 3.8 kilometer swim, 180 kilometer bike, and a 42.2 kilometer run. So that's a massive challenge to get through such a long race. And it'll be a while before we have the first athletes on the full distance in here. So right now it's the pro athletes on the half distance. And about an hour from now, we're going to have a lot of athletes on the half distance coming in here and having a great party and filling up the run course with happy smiles and a lot of sweat. So we look forward to that. Enjoy the area, enjoy the expos, and of course, don't forget to cheer on the athletes. Everything becomes much more fun when you put your hands together and give them a big time as they go by, and they become so happy from it, and they get energized and get a little bit more power to put out on their legs when you cheer on them. So don't forget that. And Dirk Bartels made it to the 8.4 kilometer timing point. So that means that in about 7 minutes, he will be in here and we can cheer on him as he runs by. And he's going to be in here, and then we have another athlete into transition, finding his transition bag where all his running gear's in, his shoes, maybe a cap, his number maybe, and then he's putting that on in the white tent, and then he's getting out onto the run course. But ladies and gentlemen, in about 5 minutes, Dirk Bockel, our leader in the men's race, will be here running through the transition area in the zone, not the zone, but the transition area along that, and in through the area here where you can see him on the run course, see how fast he really runs, because those guys are truly amazing athletes. They're putting up a lot up here today, giving us our best show they can ever do. And also in the race, we have a relay division where people can share the distance. So one swimmer, one biker, and one runner. And among us here today, we have a team of 3 legends. Some of the biggest legends of the sport. Started this morning with Luc van Lier. Luc van Lier is a multiple Hawaii Ironman winner. He's a world record holder. He's won Challenge Roth many times. Amazing guy. Started the swim. and for the team. And then was Thomas Hellriegel, right now is out on the bike. Thomas is known as Hell on Wheels. He won the Kona Championships in 1997 and multiple Ironman wins. He has him under his belt. He's still active athlete, so he's doing the bike. And then we have down here waiting for him is Chris McCormack, also known as Macca. Macca is the athlete in the history of triathlon that has won the most races. Two-time Ironman world champion, world champion on the short distance, has won a Challenge Roth 5 times. So truly legend we have here today on the run, and he's waiting to complete the team of the 3 legends when Thomas Hellriegel makes it in here to the run. Also in the race today we have another great thing is that we have a father and son team where they're competing together to raise money. He swam with them this morning in a raft, and then they're biking together with father Alex Smith has his son in the front, and then it's going to be some hours before they're here, but they're going to complete the entire race together. So they'll be interesting to follow also throughout the day, and we'll make sure to keep you posted on them as well. And we have more athletes past the 8.4 kilometer timing mat. And don't forget, 2 or 3 minutes, we will have them in here running around. And we have Thomas Strand is still picking up a bit of time on Dirk Buckle, 1:36 behind. He's picked up, he's catched Martin Jensen. So it's Thomas Strand and Martin Jensen are together now in 2nd, 3rd position. Markus Fachbach also right behind them. So we have 3 guys competing for the 2nd place so far. And some of them are gaining time on our leader, Dirk Buckle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of minutes. We're going to have our leaders in here running through the area so we can see them live. And when they come past here, they complete the first lap of 10.5 kilometers. And also, as you can see, we have another female athlete in the transition zone. I would guess that is Eva Nyström.
Hvad skal det gå stærkt?
Oh, it's one of our age group women, I think. Way to go, Talon. Come on, yup. And he's running together with Markus Fachbach, and those 2 guys can push each other. So we'll see when they come in here, and it's going to be very interesting on the 2nd lap of the run.